Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we are diving back into Why Love Why Season 2. We're jumping into Episode 9, and y'all, we had a lot of feels at the end of Episode 8. They were having the sort of like campfire sad story exchange by the pool, and it was like, oh my god, everyone's sad story. And then, you know, Benjo had to come in with his sad story about, you know, basically being rich and not getting his full allowance and whatnot. It's like, okay, thank you for bringing the mood back up. And then, you know, we had some pool action. We had Pads and Kelly playing in the pool, which again I ship wholeheartedly. And then we had Benjo and Emil playing in the pool, and then they went away from the pool and started having some sexy time. And then the camera decided, okay, well, this is where I'm gonna freeze and end the episode. I'm like, y'all are rude and disrespectful. But we're gonna see if this episode picks up where we left off, or if they're just gonna hop, skip, and jump over it and jump into the next day. Who knows? We'll see. But let's just dive on in and see.
Oh. Hi guys.
I like these jackets.
If you want more content like this,
They're like a combination of like sport coats, but then they also have like the sort of collar and wrist trim, like a Letterman jacket, athletic kind of jacket. I like it.
hey guys,
Like fancy Letterman
don't forget
jackets.
to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Very fashion forward.
Kailangan mo nakaraan. Kailangan mo buksan yung mga mata mo.
And then just giving her some truth, like, look, girl, you just gotta open your eyes. The truth's right here. And then she turned to the left and all of a sudden notices Benjo and Emil going out and like, girl, better late than never, I guess. Yes, boys in Speedos, praise Jesus. Child, the thirst is real.
Kunin pa ito? Oh.
Okay, so now we'll see where this leads. Y'all gonna jump to the next day? Rude, rude, and disrespectful, but fine, whatever, I get it, I guess. Oh, those are beautiful.
Ganda naman. Kanino galing?
Kay Benjo.
Girl, please. Emil, you gotta know your man better than that. Come on.
Oh, hello. Hanggat ko na. Sige, sige. Isend ko na lang sa Gcash na.
Like I thought.
Thank you.
She's just playing games. Emil, you gotta know your man better than this at this point. Come on.
sa akin yan, ha? Kanina pa ako nakalis ng office, nakauwi na ako na bahay.
I'm gonna come through with this coat on just your shoulders.
Sige na, sige na. Bye. Bakit?
Use your words.
Bakit?
Girl, I'm not a mind reader. Use your words so we can straighten this all out.
Bakit?
Wala ka ba napapansin?
Kasi yung gamit natin.
Mismo, ba't di mo tanong kay Chloe? Pinakialaman niya yung gamit dyan para ilapag yung magandang bulaklak na binigay mo.
Are you not even going to deny? Say I didn't send her flowers? We're not even going to go down that route? We're just going to... Okay. Like, I would personally just be like, girl, what flowers? Like, I didn't say nothing. What flowers? What are we talking about? Like, and then let's go to Chloe's room and clear all this up. Like, okay. We'll see how this pans out. When we gonna bring Jerome back? I miss him.
Darating sina Paul at Ken. Kukuha ng cheque. Sana umarte tayo na okay tayo kahit ngayon lang.
Hanggat nandiyan yung mag-ina, Benjo, hindi ako magiging okay.
Wala naman yung magina na grocery.
Napakamanid mo talaga. Hindi yung ibig kong sabihin.
Hello.
Ken!
Kamusta?
Hindi naman.
Emil.
Po.
Abasid.
Something pala.
Uy! Aga. Sige.
O ano, kamusta kayo?
Kamusta?
Tagal natin hindi nagkita.
Ayos naman kami. Ayos kami.
Emil, okay lang ba kayo? Kamusta kayo?
Emil, kamusta? Ayos naman. Tulad ng dati, yung pa rin ayos.
Okay lang ba talaga kayo?
Oh.
Aba, paganda tong unit nyo ha.
Oo naman.
I do like that
Teka,
wall.
parang wala ata yung painting nyo.
Oo. Napansin niyo rin pala. Tinanggal kasi ni Benjo.
Bakit naman?
Tanong niyo siya.
Chum.
Ay, sandali lang yung cheque. Kukunin ko lang, ha? Sandali.
Ano nangyari? Teka, ano ba yun? Emil. Bakit? Ano nangyari?
Wala.
Girl, you're terrible at acting.
Ba't ka umiiyak?
Well, acting like you're alright.
Ano magsabi?
Hello. Mag-asawa din kami. I know there's something wrong.
Hindi mo naman kami kaibigan. Ano nangyari? Baka naman
Medyo.
Pwede yung pag-usapan, di ba? Dito.
Ano nangyari?
Yes, please use your words.
Simulan natin. Ano mong kailangan pag-usapan?
Usap kayo, no?
Okay na. Kailangan.
Ano nangyari?
Sabi dito lang ako. Pwede naman sabi sa akin. Ano nangyari?
Hanggang dito na kami mag-call para sa inyo.
Sige na. I-share din na.
Sa'yo. Kailangan ng pag-usapan na namin.
Yes.
Ano nararamdaman
That's
mo?
why I keep saying communication.
Ano ang iniisip mo? Pagod ka rin? Sakit mo?
Kaya may hinihinga sa amin.
Hindi mo naman.
Dito na ako para sa inyo.
It's good that they have friends like this who are there for them. I mean, obviously Kelly and Paz would be there for them too.
Wala na problem. Wala na problem. Huwag kang bibitaw. Huwag kang gusto kayo niyo.
Ito mo.
Alam namin na
Mahal ka naman sa business.
huwag kang bibitaw. Pagod. I understand.
It's sweet, it's nice, but I still need them to use their words like fucking adults. Like y'all know, with many of these series I react to, that's one of my common themes. Like if people would just use their words. I'm not a fucking mind reader. Use your words.
I'm sorry that ipaliwanag ako.
Are we gonna
Pero,
use our words?
usapan niyo na.
So we're not gonna talk then? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna sit here for an extended period of time, staring off into space.
Nagdaan ng maraming buwan. Habang palaki ng palaki ang siya ni Chloe, natutunan naming tatlo na mag-coexist sa isang bahay. Malaki ang pasasalamat ko kay Emil sa pagtitiis niya. Pero lahat ng yon alam kong may hangganan.
Basta lagi mong intindihin yung mga sinasabi ko sa'yo.
Sandali.
Oh.
Sumipa siya dito.
Talaga?
Oo.
Parinig nga. Oh, wala naman eh. Nilaloko mo ako eh.
Meron talaga kanina dito. Ang lakas nga eh.
Alam ko na, paglaki niyan, pag lalaki yan, football player yan. Kasi magaling sumipa eh.
Pero paano pag babae?
Pag babae naman yan,
Then she'll be a football player.
kasi nung marami-marami yan, mga katriyo na ganyan, pak, 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 tapos mga katriyo na ganyan, oo nga.
Ayan ka na naman.
Isip tayo pa nga na, no? Sige, sige. Pag babae. Oo, ang galing ah. Sige, sige, pag babae, ako mag-isip.
I have feelings.
Meron kasi akong favorite na, Broadway musical. Oh, ayun, si Christine Daye. Pero tanggalin natin yung Daye, Christine.
Christine,
Okay ka.
ano pag lalaki?
He'll be Christine too. It's fine.
May naisip na ako. Christian.
Oh, layo.
Pag
Pinag-isipan.
diba? Pag babae, Christine. Pag lalaki.
Teka lang, sumipa uli.
So is there actually a baby happening? Is that actually the road we're going down? And she's not just Emil, again. I got too many damn feelings. Hold on. Too many things to process.
Neil. Ba't di ka nag-dinner? Tawag ako na tawag sa'yo kanina pa doon, di ka lumalapit. Gusto mo dala na lang kita dito? Emil, galit ka ba sa akin?
Use your
Pati mo
damn
kinapansin.
words.
Gano ba tayo?
Anong klaseng tanong yan?
Mag-asawa ba tayo? Magkaibigan ba tayo? O border mo lang ako dito sa bahay mo?
Ano?
You're still around us.
Tara dito, Benjo. Ang sweet-sweet mo sa magiging nanay ng anak mo. Tapos yung biyanang mong hilaw at tagal-tagal na nag-stay dito, hindi tayo makilos na maayos. Ano ba talaga tayo?
Emil, mag-asawa tayo. Kung nahihirapan ka, mas nahihirapan ako, ha? Pero ginagawa ko to para sa pamilya natin, para sa'yo, para sa magiging anak ko.
Oo. Oo, magkakaanak ka. Pero saan ako? Parang nawala na lang ako bigla. Paano naman ako? Hirap na ako pakisamahan niya si Chloe at yung nanay niya.
Be, kung nahihirapan ka, mas nahihirapan din ako pakisamahan si Chloe, yung nanay niya, at ipakisama ka sa kanila. At ngayon, nahihirapan din akong pakisamahan ka na.
Ano gusto mo nangyari? Wala. Anong wala?
Wala nga.
Gusto mo maghiwalay tayo?
No.
Wala akong sinasabi maghiwalay tayo. Ha? Pero sana alam mo mahal kita. Sana alam mo yun. Sana alam mo mag-asawa tayo. Sana alam mo na mahal kita.
Yung talagang mahal mo. Sige.
Child.
Bukas na bukas mamili ka. Mamili ka kung sila o ako.
Child.
Oo, Inang. Bakit po?
Maupo ka.
Mama knows what's up.
Ano ang tunay na relasyon ni Emil at ni Benjo?
Mag-best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Ano ang tunay na relasyon ni Emil at ni Benjo?
Mag-best friend nga.
What? She said, "Don't you lie to me, girl."
Sinungaling!
Inang!
Sinungaling ka! Wala akong anak na katulad mo!
Child.
Hindi ako umaakyat sa bundok at nagtatago para ipagtanggol ang mga mahihirap para magkaroon lang ng isang anak na katulad mo! Lumaban ka ng patas!
Pero mahal ko po si Benjo!
Hindi ka niya mahal! Huwag mong ipagpilitan ng sarili mo sa dalawang taong nagmamahalan.
I like that her mother has sense. bread look good.
Pinagtimpla kita ng kape.
Pasensya na po, hindi po ako nagki-creamer. Black coffee po yung gusto ko.
Tinan mo yan. Mas gusto mo ang black coffee kesa sa may cream. At namili ka.
Girl, let him know.
Kung makapamili ka na, kailangan panindigan mo yan.
I love that even though he is not her child, she is still a mother figure. Like, look, I'm gonna teach you this lesson in this subtle way. Oh, come on, lady, come on.
Uuwi na ako. Yung kasing abono sa gimba, kailangang maasikaso na. Pero yung taong iniwan ko doon, hindi ko mapagkatiwalaan eh. Tawag ang kulit.
Paano po si Chloe?
Si Chloe. Kayo na ang bahala ni Emil kay Chloe at sa magiging apo ko. Alam ko namang hindi mo sila pababayaan, di ba?
Hindi na po ba kayo mapipigilan?
Alam mo, wala nang mga mahaba pang mga paalamanan. Mauna na ako.
Inang,
Inang, sarap din pala pakinggan kapag tinawag ka ng mamanugangin mo. Pero, hindi nga pala pwede. Hindi nga pala pwede.
sige po. Mag-iingat po kayo.
It's a nice moment.
Uuwi na ako. Patawarin mo ako. Hindi ko alam.
Girl, speak up! Hurry up! She's sitting here with her heart breaking. Say something, Lord. I swear, Emil in this episode don't want to say it. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say he's awful with his words this episode.
Bahala kay Chloe. At sa magiging anak niya. Ingat po kayo. So, alam naman natin na wala na si Commander Iska dito. Yung inang mo. Chloe, kung gusto mo pa magstay dito sa bahay namin, ikaw, Benjo, kung ayaw mo akong umalis. At kung gusto nyong magsama-sama tayo ng maayos dito, may magkakaroon lang ako ng mga kondisyones. Kondisyones?
Ano ba yung mga kondisyones niya?
Child? Girl, me too.
Sinisimangutan mo ba ako? Hindi. Mainit lang. Mainit lang.
No kind of demonic magic happening all of a sudden.
Sinisimangutan mo ako eh. Hindi. Di ba hindi ko naman sinimangutan? Hindi, mainit lang yung kape.
See, y'all neglect somebody long enough, they turn to the black arts. Emil out here turning to witchcraft.
Benjo, natatakot ako! Emil! Emil, ano bang gusto mong mangyari?
Hoy, babaeng filingera, huwag ka nang maraming tanong, makinig ka na lang. Ay, matagal na ako nagtitimpi sa'yo. Naintindihan mo?
Child, what horror movie did we cross over into?
Emil, ano ba mga kondisyones yung sinasabi mo? Ito, hindi ka na pwede matulog sa master's bedroom kasama si Benji. Hindi ka na ngayon matulog sa guest room. Naintindihan mo?
Child.
Oo. Hindi na ako pupunta sa master's bedroom. Doon na lang ako sa guest room.
At ilalak na namin ang connecting door at CR sa may master's bedroom. At sa labas ka lang magsi-CR!
Benjo! Bakit mo CR doon sa living room? Hindi ko kaya.
Chloe, sumunod na lang tayo! Sumunod na lang tayo! At ikaw naman, Ben. Simula ngayon, hindi na pwede.
Okay, now we're going a little crazy. Now we're going a little too far right now, Emil.
Paano yung mga pangangailangan niya? Paano yung pangangailangan ng mga bata? Dahil hindi naman ako ganun kasama, pwede kayong mag-usap. Basta bawal ng eye to eye contact!
Y'all, I'm lost.
Mag-uusap kami ng walang eye contact? Paano yun?
O sige, mag-practice tayo.
Asan na yung kape? Asan na yung kape? Asan na yung upuan?
O, di ba? Magic!
I told you he's doing witchcraft.
Okay. Total, nandito na tayo. Simulan na natin. Ikaw, Chloe. Kapag titignan mo yung asawa ko, tignan mo lang sa baba.
Sa baba?
Gawin mo na sa baba!
Ayan, ito. Ayan. Forward baba.
Sige.
Forward. Ayan. Oo, ayan.
I mean, it is a beautiful jawline.
Ayan. Talagang ganito? Ganyan. At ikaw naman... Ben,
Ano sa kanya? Ano? Titignan niya.
kapag kakausapin mo tong babae, tingnan mo lang sa noo!
Okay, now we getting a little carried away.
Pag sa mata, sa noo. Konting pagkakamali lang sa noo. Ayan.
Forward pa yung baba mo.
Okay. Medyo nakukuha nyo na yung tinuturo ko. Okay. Okay, tingin mo na sa akin. Okay, practice tayo. Ha? Practice tayo. Pambilang ko ng 3. Magtitingin na kayo. Okay? Isa. Walang magkakamali. 2. Tinginan! Oh, Chloe, yung isang mata mo, tumitingin sa mata mo. Asawa ko eh. Ayan.
Forward mo.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Okay.
Ayusin mo. Ito po. Napaka-cute talaga ng asawa ko. Okay na yan.
Andito ulit tayo.
Oh, nandito yung juice. Andito yung kape ko. Yung upuan yung upuan. Nandito na siya.
Sandali lang. Magic nga, di ba? Pinaka-importante sa lahat.
Meron pa?
Ikaw.
Oh, ano naman?
Kailangan mong tanggapin na ako ang tunay na asawa ni Benjo. Naintindihan mo? Dahil bisita ka lang dito.
But see, now, where was all this confidence when her mama was around?
Hindi ka mistress. Hindi ka kabe. Bisita ka lang dito. Bisita. Nagpabuntis kay Benjo.
Sita?
Nabuntis?
Sakit na na.
Buti naman nagkakaintindihan tayo. At kailangan nyo na pirmahan ang Memorandum of Agreement!
Child.
Simulan na ang pirma.
Pirma? Pipirma kami?
Pumirma na kayo!
Dito?
Bawat page, pipirmahan ninyo!
Oo.
Dito. Bebet naman ang hihinig. Pirma na. Ayusin mo yung pirma mo, be. Parang iba yung pirma mo dyan.
Dito nga, oh. Tama yan.
Chloe, ikaw ko ng pabagal-bagal. Pirma!
Hindi seryoso talaga dito.
Pirma! Lahat ng page. Ayan.
I don't know how I feel.
Pirma! 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 Pirma!
That after sex hair though, praise Jesus.
Sana magkakaintindihan tayo. Para happy lang. Talaga? Very good. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Benjo.
They're just as confused as I am. Okay, so interesting. Very interesting episode, very interesting end to the episode. Lots of things happened in this episode. We started off not where we left off of the last episode. I was very, very sad that we didn't pick up from the sexy time, because the sexy time was just getting started, and I would have loved to have seen more, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. Rude, but that's fine. You know, so we started off with Chloe faking this, you know, giant bouquet that Benjo sent her, which only reinforced in my mind that she was faking this whole pregnancy thing. But then as the episode went on and we jumped forward, we had a little time jump and we're seeing sonogram pictures and then her stomach's getting bigger and whatnot. There was part of me that was still like, okay, well, could still be faking this pregnancy. All it takes is just a, you know, fake pregnancy belly and whatnot, and boom, you're done. But then I'm like, okay, at what point is she finally going to, like, eventually either the baby's gonna have to come out or something's gonna have to happen. So like, at what point are we gonna come out with the truth? But then, you know, Benjo's like feeling the stomach and like, oh my god, it's kicking, it's kicking. I'm like, is there actually a baby in here? Like, have we not been lying this whole time? There's actually a baby going on in here? Lord, okay, sure, whatever. We'll go down that path. But yeah, she's still trying to, you know, be manipulative and, you know, break them up. Benjo and Emil had, I forget the names of the two friends, but they were coming over to pick up the check, and, you know, trying to help play like mediator and just get them to talk to each other and get things resolved, because obviously there were issues happening between them in their relationship that they're just not talking about. And while that whole scene was nice and sweet, I feel like the end of it went on a little too long for my personal taste. Just like, I feel like at that point, like, we were spending so much time with the friends, comforting them and like, it's okay, you know, we'll be here for you, you know, we'll be here, you just need to talk, you'll feel better, aren't you tired of having to keep all this stuff in, blah blah blah. Like, it was very much them saying the same thing over and over and over and over again in just different ways, trying to get Benjo and Emil to talk, and then Benjo and Emil are just sitting there staring, crying, which I get it, emotions, all that kind of stuff, but I feel like we could have either had the friends repeat things less and just cut the scene down by half, or have Benjo and Emil finally just say words and talk to each other. But we didn't have either of those things. I feel like that little scene probably could have been trimmed down a little bit, just because it was getting a little bit repetitive after a while. But then, you know, we jump forward, and like I said, I guess that there's a baby in the belly, and Emil's not happy with just the things that he's seeing. And like, I've probably said like 30 times throughout the episode, I'm like, girl, you got to know Benjo better than this. At this point in time, you've got to know your man better than this, and you've got to trust in him. You've got to know that he's not sending her these giant bouquets of flowers. And even if he was, you got to know that it's all just him keeping up appearances, and he's not sitting here, you know, trying to make a life with Chloe. Like, he's made a life with you. You are his everything. You've got to know this by this point in time, and if you don't, then, girl, what have y'all been doing all this time? But I get where he's coming from. He's feeling kind of like he's being phased out of his own life. Like, he built this life with Benjo, and now this accident occurred, and now it's almost like his life is being turned upside down and he's being phased out of his own life. So I get where his feelings of like sort of neglect are coming from, and I get where presenting the ultimatum, like, okay, tomorrow you either choose them or me. Like, I get where that's coming from, because at this point, since we had a time jump, like, it's been months and months and months of this, and he's been having to put up with keeping up this appearance in his own household, and, you know, trying not to, you know, blow the secret, blah blah blah, even though his mama already, her mama already knows. Her mama already knows. It's not really secret. They just don't know that she knows. But, like, I get where his frustration is coming from and why he's feeling all of these ways, because yes, it's easy for me as an outsider to say you have to trust your man, you have to know what's going on, but like when you're being put in this situation over and over and over and over again for this extended period of time, your patience runs thin, and eventually it's like, I can only be understanding for so long before it's like, girl, you got to make a choice. So I like that whole argument. I mean, I don't like it, but I like the argument that they were having in the bedroom where Iska was outside listening. And I like that she's human. Like, because they kind of brought her into this series at first as like this, you know, very intimidating superhuman person where I'm like, okay, I hunt down people, I kill people, I'm this big badass, and yeah, be scared of me, be frightened of me, peasants, and like now it's showing that, like, yeah, that was just a character she's playing because she's trying to keep her daughter safe and protected, but she's still a human with emotions and is able to understand and empathize what other people are feeling, and she can see that the situation that they're in right now is wrong. She can feel that it's wrong. What's happening between Chloe and Benjo is wrong, and she's not happy about it. You can visit. And one thing, I love this actress, and I don't know her outside of this. I'm sure she's had quite a, you know, fantastic career, lots of accolades to her name and whatnot. If not, she deserves it because she's amazing. But to me, she reads as somebody who has been in this business for a long time and who is like a veteran actor and who knows what they're doing. It's just a certain skill set that she has that just differentiates her from other people. So like, I love everyone in the show's, you know, fantastic actors, not saying anything negative about them. But like with her performance, especially in this episode, like, it's so nuanced. It's not just like a drastic shift from I'm going from being happy to I'm being sad, or I'm going from being sad to being angry or whatever. Like, yes, she's, you know, traversing all these emotions, but it's such a subtle journey that she goes on, and you can see every single step of the journey where her emotional state is. You can see it's the performance of a consummate professional. She seems like somebody who has been doing this for the longest time. So her leaning outside that door and just listening to the conversation Benjo and Emil are having, you can see it in her face. You can see the regret. You can see the sadness. You can see her being upset with what Chloe's doing. All of that, you can see that in her performance. And then when she had that conversation with Chloe, and she's like, what is their relationship? And Chloe's like, oh, they're best friends. And she's like, girl, what is their relationship? Like, I said they're best friends. She's like, girl, what is their relationship? I did not work my ass off in the farms or wherever she said she was working, you know, struggle, do all this kind of stuff to raise a daughter like this. I raised a daughter to be strong and to fight and to have morals and character, not someone who is going to be conniving and lying and playing games and breaking up happy homes. I did not raise that kind of daughter. They are so clearly in love, and you need to pull your ass out of this, okay? Don't you start interjecting yourself in the middle of a happy couple like this. He does not. She's like, but I love Benjo. She's like, well, he does not love you. He don't love you, girl. He love this man over here. You leave this happy home alone. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, because there are so many of these movies or TV shows where I've seen where this mother character very easily could have been on Chloe's side and be like, okay, it'll be fine, we'll take care of this, we'll break them up, we'll get you taken care of, you know, looking out for her daughter's best interest. Like, okay, we're gonna get this rich man to marry you and take care of you, and yes, we're gonna keep up this guise and blah 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 blah. That's very much where this character could have gone, but no, they made her a human being, and they're like, hey, I don't care if you're my daughter, I'm still your mother, and the shit you are doing is wrong, and I need you to fix yourself. I need you to fix yourself. Like, yes, discipline your daughter. I don't care if she's grown up and pregnant. You tell her about herself. So I love that aspect of it. And then at that point, you know, she had done pretty much everything that she could do, and she's like, you know what, my presence here is not needed anymore. Initially I came here to protect my daughter and make sure that, you know, she was being taken care of, but now I can see that the situation is completely different, and my presence only caused more issues in this household, and I am sorry. I know you guys will take care of my grandchild and my daughter. I apologize, and just I hope you can forgive me, and just I'll be on my way. And it was just a very nice moment between her and Benjo at the table, especially where she was teaching him that little lesson, like, hey, here's the coffee. And he's like, I only like it black. She's like, oh, you only like coffee black with no cream. Good. You made a decision. Stick to that decision. Learn how it feels to make a decision. I'm like, you know what? You better teach him this underhanded lesson without him. Come on. Such a mother thing to do. That's some nonsense I would do. Teach them underhanded lesson. Be like, oh, okay. You see, you like how that feels? Okay, so you can make a decision. Good. Now go make this decision over here. Definitely some nonsense I would do. But I loved it. I loved it. And then she even had that moment with Emil as she was leaving. And again, like I was saying, Emil in this episode, he was having such trouble using his words. I kept screaming at him, use your damn words, please. Half of the issues in this episode could have been resolved early on if he would just open his mouth and say how he's feeling, say why he's upset or frustrated, you know, just use his words. But no, he chose to keep things bottled up inside. I know it's easy for me to say as an outsider, but that's 100% my personality. I'd be doing the same damn thing, so I got no place to talk. But still, like, things would just have been so much more easily resolved. So I'm glad that we had that moment. And then we had a complete tonal shift in the episode, where they were the three of them were at breakfast, Chloe, Benjo, and Emil. And, you know, just kind of like, okay, let's talk things out and, you know, just set our ground rules and make sure everything's okay. And then we just had that quick shift, table slap, red lights. Now we're in some demonic magic dimension thing happening, and we got all this black magic and whatnot. At first I was like, okay, this is funny, this is cool, I get it, because it's almost, in my head it read like, not like there's actually black magic going on, but in the sense like it was a metaphor, or like a kind of like a reference to how Chloe and Benjo would be feeling at how intimidating Emil is being right at that particular moment in time. Not that he was screaming or yelling or doing any of that kind of stuff, but that was just the vibes that they were getting from him. But then the black magic section lingered on for quite some time. Again, another section that for me, it lingered on a little bit too long for my personal taste. And then, like, it started less to feel like it was an illusion or like it was a metaphor for how he was feeling. It started to feel more like, okay, no, this is the road that we're trying to go down. We're trying to portray Emil as this black magic witch user, whatever, and, you know, intimidating psycho demon man, whatever the hell's going on here. And I'm like, okay, this is a complete 180 from everything else we've done here. So we gotta pick a genre that we're doing this show, and either we're gonna be, you know, romance, comedy, or we're gonna be horror movie, whatever. But then at the end we came back, and I could see that we were trying to make it a comedic spin again. And I like when we came back to the real world, and, you know, Emil was just, you know, kind of reserved and all that kind of stuff again, and Benjo and Chloe's hair was all fucked up. Like, yes, I like that sort of, okay, we're back, yeah, I'm normal, it's cool, nothing really happened, that was all just in your imaginations, I was just being really, really, you know, intense with my words, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like if we had just trimmed down the whole actual demonic hallucination section a little bit more, it would have been more effective in my head once we snapped back to reality. But that being said, yeah, I don't know where things were going, because the narrative I had in my head for, you know, pretty much this series so far was that, especially once Chloe got pregnant, was that Chloe was, well, first, you know, yes, I was like, okay, she was pregnant, she got attacked, blah, blah, blah. But then as things went on, I'm like, okay, she did say that she'd do whatever she could to break them up. So obviously she's faking this pregnancy. But now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if she's pregnant or not. I don't know what's happening. And I guess we just got to wait and see. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. They know how to keep things interesting. I'll say that. I would love it if they had more, you know, Benjo and Emil and Speedo action. That would be fantastic. I'd love if they had some pads in Speedo action too. That'd be fantastic too. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. But all in all, very, very interesting episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.